All right, today we're gonna peel back the layers, literally the chitin, on one of the planet's most misunderstood and maybe most resilient creatures. Yeah, I know, we all think of them as pests, but for a moment, let's look at them as true masters of survival.
So, here's a wild question for you. What on earth can live for a whole week without its head? It sounds like something out of a horror movie, right? But it is a biological reality. There's an animal out there that can be decapitated and just, well, keep on going.
And yep, you probably guessed it. We're talking about this ultimate survivor, the cockroach. So today, we're going to break down exactly how it pulls off this insane feat and a bunch of other incredible survival tricks.
I mean, this is an animal that has absolutely perfected the art of not dying. But to really get into its secrets, we first need to get a handle on, what exactly is a cockroach?
Okay, so here's the quick profile. They're nocturnal omnivores, which is just a fancy way of saying they're not picky eaters and they do their business at night. They love damp places, you can find them pretty much anywhere in the world, and they come in all sorts of sizes. Right off the bat, that adaptability is a huge clue to why they're so successful. So let's talk about their first line of defense. And it's not just a shell. Think of it more like a high-tech, all-purpose suit of armor that covers their entire body. It's really the key to everything.
Like a lot of insects, the cockroach has a really simple but super effective body plan. It's broken down into three main sections. You've got the head for sensing the world, the thorax, which is kind of the engine room for movement, and the abdomen, where all the important internal organs are kept.
And this whole thing is wrapped up in what's called a chitinous exoskeleton. Basically, it's a series of hard plates that give it amazing protection, but it's got these flexible bits in between so it can still move around. It's like a custom-fitted suit of armor, seriously.
Now, if we zoom in on the head, you see those long, thread-like antennae? They are definitely not just for looks. They are packed with sensors, constantly scanning the air for food, danger, even the tiniest change in airflow. It's their built-in early warning system.
And their vision, just as cool. What's with the number 2000? Well, that's roughly how many tiny little hexagonal lenses are in each of its compound eyes. So it's not seeing in high def, it's more like a mosaic. But what that's really good for is detecting the absolute slightest movement, which is a huge advantage, especially in the dark.
Okay, all that is pretty impressive, for sure. But now it's time to tackle the big one, the most unbelievable claim of all. How in the world can something survive without its head? I mean, it really seems to fly in the face of everything we know about biology, right? For us, for any mammal, losing your head is game over, instantly. So what makes the cockroach so completely different? Well, this quote right here is the key. It says, the head only holds a bit of the nervous system. The rest of it, it's spread out all along the belly side of its body. You see, the cockroach doesn't have one big central brain calling all the shots. Its whole system is decentralized.
And when you compare us to them, the difference is just huge. Our brain is the absolute command center. A cockroach, on the other hand, has these little bundles of nerve tissue called ganglia all through its body, and each one kind of manages its own section. And here's the other crucial part. We breathe through our mouth or nose and need high blood pressure to live. A cockroach breathes through little holes all over its body called spiracles and has a low-pressure open circulatory system. So, losing its head? Yeah, it's a big problem, but it's not the instant catastrophic failure it would be for us.
So, okay, the cockroach can survive that initial trauma, but that's just the start. Its internal machinery, the engine that keeps it going, is just as remarkable. It's built for pure efficiency and resilience.
Take its digestive system, for example. It's a powerhouse. First, food gets stored in a little sac called the crop. Then it goes to the gizzard, which has, get this, 6 internal teeth made of that same hard chitin, and they just grind everything up. Finally, digestive juices break it all down. It's like having a super efficient food processor built right in. And hey, remember those little breathing holes, the spiracles? Well, they're the doorways to a whole network of tubes called trachea that go all through the roach's body. So instead of blood carrying oxygen from lungs, this system delivers air directly where it needs to go. It's another brilliant example of that decentralized design that makes them so incredibly tough. You know, one animal surviving is one thing, but for a whole species to survive, it's all about making more of yourself. And reproduction, this is where the cockroach is an absolute champion.
The secret to their long-term success, really, is this little thing called an ootheca. It's basically a hardened, protective little briefcase for its fertilized eggs. It keeps them safe from everything, predators, the environment, you name it. The female is smart about it too. She'll leave this capsule somewhere safe and damp and always close to a food source for when the baby's hatch.
And really, it all just comes down to the numbers. One single female can produce about 10 of these little cases in her lifetime. And with around 15 eggs in each one, well, you do the math. That's about 150 offspring from just one roach. It's not hard to see how their populations can just explode.
And every one of those babies starts out as a little nymph. It's got a tough road ahead, though. It has to molt, shed its entire exoskeleton about 13 times before it's a full-grown, resilient adult. Each one of those molts is a super vulnerable time, but it's what they have to do to get to that final, toughest nails form.
Now look, let's be real. There's no denying they're pests. They can contaminate food, they can spread bacteria. We are not meant to be roommates. But if you can just take a step back from that for a second, their biology is, well, it's nothing short of a master class in evolutionary design for survival.
So the next time you see one, what are you going to see? Is it just a household pest that needs to go, or is it an evolutionary masterpiece, a creature that has perfected the art of survival over millions of years? Maybe it's both.